Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Need more light here. Anyway, I just want to go over this acronym. I'm actually going to make a better video of this, but this is HEAT versus ICE. And it's something that I learned from one of my mentors that I've been using to hire employees. And I hire people internationally because I run a company that guides people from where they are to where they want to go. And I help people discover their dream business, start, grow, and launch and scale their business 4x to 10x when we work together. So I wanted to make this video as I learned this recently. And most people hire by ICE when you should be hiring with HEAT. And when I learned this acronym, I was able to use this in the hiring process, and it helped me literally pick out amazing people, right? And I had to, probably about 40 or 50 people, I would say, when I should probably actually be interviewing hundreds of people. But I use this acronym, and it was so helpful because people usually go by ICE, right? ICE is intelligence, college, and experience. And I'm going to refer to some of my notes here, but some people look for people that are smart most of the time. That just means that they get good grades, right? That doesn't mean they can think on their feet and they can pivot and they have common sense to do what they need to do. They're good academia-wise, which I think is great. But the thing is, it doesn't transfer. It doesn't transcend over to when you're actually working for someone. So when people say, oh, this guy got really good grades, right? Which also means, you're a doer. You're more of a follower than a leader. And what I look for in my business is leaders. I look for people that are representing themselves. They're doing the most that they can do. But let me get back to this acronym. And, because ICE, intelligence, means that they can follow directions, right? Doesn't mean they can truly solve a problem. A lot of people, mistake the actual experience of working for somebody just because they get good grades doesn't mean they're going to be good for your business. And C means college, right? And, that they got a diploma. And how little a college degree actually means. Most of life is on the job training, right? If you really look at it, most of life is on the job training. You're not going to go years and years and years and learn something, but you have to apply it. That kind of goes with books too. People read books and thinking that that's an action, but you have to take the implication and apply it to what you're doing, right? And unless you're searching for something that's like specialized knowledge, like, someone who's a surgeon or a doctor, yeah, obviously you're going to want to go to school for that. But, like business management, and like I went to school for business management, I went to school for finance, which is good, right, to learn the numbers. But the thing is, it never really translated to me just getting the real life experience, right? Managing the business, let me learn how to run. And the thing is I learned that from my dad. I learned how to run a business with my dad and didn't even think about it. Then I paid for college, which didn't help, just helped me get in debt, right? And, college degree in real life, like, can you follow directions or can you think on your feet? Do you have street smarts, right? It's very important. And the E is for experience, right? This is also flawed because just because someone has 5 years of experience does not mean that they were great, right? Just because you work for someone for 5, 10, 15 years. Oh, he has 15 years of experience. Awesome. Was he an exceptional employee? What do other people say about this guy? Was it just him just showing up for a paycheck, or was he actually doing the work? Did he get real life experience? Did he try to pursue greatness in what he was doing and get exceptional, right? It could also mean that they sucked for 5 or 10 years and they were just there. They were just a cog in the wheel, just doing enough to collect a paycheck, just doing enough to collect enough so that they could keep their head below the water. Now, I want to go over this other acronym, which when I learned, I was like, this is awesome, and I have to use it right away. And I wanted to share this with you. And the thing is, it's HEAT. It's H-E-A-T, right? The first one is HEAT, is hustle, right? Nothing is more important than someone hustling, someone able to move forward in what they're doing. And I also believe even if they mess up a little bit and you course correct their direction and tweak and make a little bit of adjustments for them, that you can help and support them to go further than they naturally would. But if they had that hustle and they're like, you know what, I'll do whatever it takes to get forward. I will do whatever it takes to earn that commission, right? To earn that sale, to earn that know, like, and trust with that client, with whatever they're doing for you, right? I'm going to read, because hustling, it's not knowing everything. It's not making all the right decisions. It's the drive, right? It's a drive that someone has to autonomous. I'm going to make up a word here. Autonomously act, meaning that they take initiative and they GSD, they get stuff done. They're just willing to do the extra. They're willing to go the extra mile. They're willing to do the thing that's a little inefficient so that they can get the result that they're looking for. And I think that's so important, right? And maybe, even if you're not hiring somebody, like I'm using this to hire people, maybe you can somehow implement this and apply this to your life. Like, how could I get a little more hustle? What could I do to take a little more action than everybody else around me so I could get a little bit further, right? Really think about that for you. Like, this is a commitment to winning, right? When someone hustles, it's a commitment to winning, right? It's about, getting in and taking that action and actions, and they're going to be incremental, right, to get there. And I would even supersede that from commitment, because some commitments we could break, but we can move them to devotions, right? When we get fully devoted into what we're doing. And during like an interview process, this is what you should be looking for, like that they're a hustler, right? And you could ask questions like, tell me about, the last 3 to 5 times that you were hustling in your workplace, in your job. Like when I'm hiring coaches or I'm hiring guides, I ask them, when was the last time you hustled or, worked really hard for that client to really help support them and nudge them to get that result that they were after. And most people I come across cannot answer that, because a lot of coaches are struggling because the barrier of entry is very low, and to stay there is very high. You have to be able to do the work day in and day out and hustle. And yes, another question is like, give me 5 examples of when you've just hustled in life. Like, what were they? Like one of my friends, when I went over this acronym with him, he said, dude, I could give you 100 examples. And then he started naming stuff off. And he's a hustler. He just has that New York state of mind where it's just like you go, 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 and you commit, you devote yourself till you finish it. And I think that's great. A lot of people will have a hard time answering that question when you truthfully ask it, And you can invent your own questions around hustle, right? I would say, write down the definition of what it means to hustle and grind or whatever it is for you, and get some questions around that. Ask some questions that, like, when was the last time when you found yourself in a predicament? How did you get out of it? What did you do using that hustle mentality? Are you a hustler? You can even ask that. If they say yes, awesome, give me 3 to 5 examples when you hustled last, right? And dude, even if a person says, what, maybe they just didn't hustle, and maybe you could say, well, why is that? Why, what are you not passionate about? I always believe in coaching people, even when I'm interviewing people, which is my unique gift, where I could, even if I'm not interested, I could leave them with something better if I have that fixed time together. But I'm going to move on. The E, we got H, we got E. E is ethics, right? Having ethics. You want to make people are ethical, right? They have morals. They have, a sense of duty, responsibility, and obligation to being the best that they can be in what it is you're looking for. Because if you're looking to, not just start a company, not just launch a company, grow a company, but scale it, you're going to need people that are great, that are exceptional at what they do, or that are willing to do the work to become exceptional, that are willing to just maybe take some homework home and get a little better and do the work, and I think that's so important. And it's good to also, get a background check, right? Check people out, I would say 5 references of the people, make sure they're not just their friends and their friends haven't just planned it out. And, it depends on, how important that is, right? I would get a Zoom call with them, ethically, I would say, hey, let me get their number and let me email them and then hop on a 5-minute Zoom call where I could ask them some questions where they could tell me a little bit about you, right? So it's like you are, going after what it is you want and you're searching for. And I think it's important. Background checks are great. You got to know someone, are they quick tempered? Are they ready to flare? Are they ready to fight or flight at the moment when something gets hard? Are they willing to internalize that and say, you know what? Yeah, man, I could probably do that better. You're right. And, but when people ask questions, they're willing to communicate to get better, right? And if you're interviewing someone and they're asking you lots of questions, that's a great sign that they're a leader, that they're humble, that they're also hungry, they want to learn, and they have that innate desire to just get a little better, right, of what it is. Also ask around and see what their moral compass is, right? A great question which someone told me, and I've asked, what do you watch on TV? What are you watching on the weekends? What are you Netflixing, right? Or, are you someone who watches documentaries, or someone who learns to watch a History Channel? Or even if you like your famous Fake Kingdom, tell me about why you like that show. What is it that drives you? That's, it's okay to escape, but it's like knowing why you escape, right? And when people are creative around their answers, and maybe they bring a passion to the table. Like, dude, I've been collecting comic books since I was a kid, and I love, the show because of this and the characters. And you're just getting an insight on their creativity, right? Not creativity, but their creativity of what they're passionate about. You see their energy and you see their certainty, and you see the energy and joy raising in how they stand or how they speak, how their body language is speaking to you. You could also look through people's social media feed, which is another sample of what are these people doing? What are they putting out there? Are they looking to provoke people, to annoy them, to angry? Are they saying like ludicrous, terrible things? Are they just trying to incite riots? That's not someone you want working for your company. That's not someone, especially me. I work with people from all around the world over Zoom. So a lot of these people I don't really meet in person until I get to know them. And I see kind of like the matrix of the things around them that are happening, right? And so an ethical obligation. Look up what ethics means. I think it's such a great word because you learn a person's character. And the word character is to chisel, So let's move on. A is attitude, right? You have to do everything you can to see if they have a positive attitude. PMA, positive mental attitude, certainty, energy, creativity. Are they able to learn? Are they able to accept challenges? Are they able to overcome the challenges? Do they ask a lot of questions, right? Are they really driven by getting better? Or are they just driven by being average and mediocre? Are they willing to take critiques and criticism as well, right? Which is something some people flare up when, when something is said, but when you're really criticizing them to make them better, you're not just yelling at them, but you're yelling at them. I don't want to say yell, but you're speaking to them to get better. You're critiquing them, right? And I think we do that as human beings. We self-critique ourselves to get better at what it is we're looking for. Do they exude a positive attitude when they're at work? Are they, are they driven to succeed, right? And you could see that, through their energy, through the interview. And a lot of people could put on a mask, man. A lot of people could put on, fake certainty. I also believe in giving people, like, I independent contract people myself, and I give them 30 days, we're going to do a review. 60 days, we're going to do another review. 90 days, we're going to do another review. And then from there, I'm going to extend it. If they make the 90 days, then I'll give them 6 months, right? As I'm always looking for guides, I'm always looking for coaches. I'm always looking to expand my brand of beyond failure to reach success, because I think it's important to have a great attitude, right? Because, you just influence people and persuade them with certainty more than you do with lower energy, right? You look at their body mechanics. How are they holding up? How is their body language? What is their eyes saying? What is their energy saying? What is their voice, their vocal tone, their tonal flexions? What is their mannerisms saying? What are they doing? Are they focused? Are they all over the place? Are they unenthusiastic? Are they enthusiastic? Are they throwing, the energy? Are you saying high five and they give you a virtual high five, just to see where that's at. And also bring your energy too, as a boss or as an employer. It matters about who you're being, right? Who you're being is going to, especially in the beginning, because I'm still in the beginning throes of growing my business, right? So it's like, who am I being? Who am I showing up to? Because you're a reflection point for them to say, oh, maybe, we shouldn't act with high energy here, but you should. You should always be enthusiastic and energetic, especially when you're growing something that's important to you, like your business. Are they open? Are they engaged with you? Are they listening? Right? Are they attentively listening? Are they friendly? Also, it's hard to look in the eye here. I mean, I think I can look people in the eye if I look at the camera, but again, it's hard. I didn't get the right lighting. But anyway, it's, also looking around, their attitude could be on social media. Are they influencing others? Are they, like, what are their comments? What are they trying to do? What are they trying to present out in the world and their social world, their social media influencers, right? Everybody's an influencer in a way, right? If you're looking at you have people following you, you're influencing them in some way. So I think that's a great segue into what teachability is, right? Teaching, the ability to teach, having knowledge, skills, and abilities, right? Teachability. What's most important is the person you're willing to hire, are they willing to learn and keep learning, right? Are they a lifelong learner? Like, I'm a personal development junkie, right? And I want to attract other, not just to get lost in the personal development, but something that you use and you apply and you bring it to your business. You say, you know what, I'm going to try that with the client the next day. This is fun. This is exciting. I want to get better, right? I want to be of service to these people, that you're serving, whoever it is you serve in your niche. This is what it takes to succeed in long-term in business, is being the best in your niche of whatever you do, right? I call myself a guide. Other people call themselves coaches. I know coaching is a tool that you use to, get people to pick a direction and help lead themselves into betterments and improvements in their life to increase their odds of greatness. So people who cannot learn cannot improve, right? So you always want people that are willing and able and capable to improve, like knowing what they do. What are they studying? What are they interested in? What are you looking to get better at right now? Kind of like, you're looking to capitalize your strengths or capitalize your weaknesses. Why is that? What is that for you? How has that influenced you in the past when you've just worked on your weaknesses and not your strengths? Or how has it worked that you've made your strengths stronger and your weaknesses weaker? I mean, what is it for you? Just having people kind of self-reflect and, genuflect to hear and be vulnerable, be a little transparent with you, right? And I think that's important. You can also ask questions. I have some questions written down. What do you do to learn and improve yourself? What do you do and learn to improve yourself? What does your schedule look like when you're learning and improving yourself? What books do you read, right? I think that's a great one, right? What books do you read? And then listen and see. Maybe they're audible. What are you listening to? And what have you remembered from that has given you something to share with other people? You can also ask what podcasts you listen. I'm a podcast maniac. I love podcasts. So, you could ask them, stuff like that. What do you do to improve on your own? Which I think I covered. What would you like to do to improve on your own? What would you like to do moving forward in this world to improve on your own, right? If I were to hire you, right, what would you do to be improving on your own time? What would that be like for you? And find out if they hold, I kind of believe, do they hold a strict regimen, or are they just saying that to appease you? Are they just saying that to say, because most people don't learn past college, right? Most people haven't picked up a book since college, right? Or most people haven't, they're not teachable. And that, I think, is most important. People have to be teachable. They have to have that dynamic tension where they want to get better, that they want to increase where they're at, to figure out what it is specifically that they're looking to, get better in, so, another thing with teachability, when you watch TV, what are you watching, for, learning? What do you like to learn? What are you looking to adapt to get better? And also finding out, do they actively like to learn, you know? And I think this is something when you're working towards creating a culture in life, when you're looking to create, have these core values affect you and your culture and what you're working towards in life. I think it's important to have this HEAT acronym down, So it's like, let's go over it again. Hustle. Do they have hustle? Are they ethically obligated to be the best version of themselves that they can be? With ethics in your business, right? Attitude. What is their attitude? What is their certainty? Is their energy high? Is it low? What are they bringing out to you? Because that's going to reflect in how they treat your customers and how, maybe some days are better than others, but when they work for you, you want them to have high energy. You want to hire people that are looking to drive your business forward into the marketplace to get better. And the teachability aspect, are they learners? Earners are learners, man. People who earn the most learn the most. People who learn the most earn the most, right? If they're not just learning, but they're applying it to what they're doing to get better. So I wanted to leave you guys with that. I hope that was great. That was about 21 minutes. So awesome. Take care of yourselves. And let me know if that was helpful. Leave a comment below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd appreciate it, man. Much love, guys. Take care.